Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you don't already know me. My name is Nani and I'm a second year PA student. So today I'm going to be talking about some of the reasons why I chose the PA profession. So if you didn't already know, PA stands for Physician Assistant, and I'm just going to start off by reading the definition of a PA from the AAPA website, which I'll link down below for you guys. So it says that PAs are medical professionals who diagnose illnesses, develop and manage treatment plans, prescribe medications, and often serve as a patient's principal healthcare provider. With thousands of hours of medical training, PAs are versatile and collaborative. PAs practice in every state and in every medical setting and specialty, improving healthcare access and quality. So PAs are medical care providers. We can do almost everything a doctor can aside from performing surgery on our own, and I think that's the biggest difference. We do work in collaboration with doctors, so we are able to see our own patients and diagnose them and treat them and all of that, and that relieves some of the workload that doctors have by, not giving them so many patients all at once. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about some of the reasons why I chose to become a PA. So my first reason is time. As a PA, we only have to go through a master's program, which is typically 2 years long. However, there are some PA programs that take up to 3 years, but it really depends on the program. So for me personally, when I was trying to decide on what career I wanted to do, I was in undergrad and I was already dating Nick at the time. Now Nick is my fiance, in case any of you guys didn't know. And we had already been talking about marriage and all of that, so I personally didn't want to go through a 4-year program to become a doctor or go into another field that takes longer because of that reason and various other reasons. But for the most part, I wanted to save time, and I knew that I wanted to work in the medical field, and if I was able to do almost everything that a doctor can as a PA and I was able to save time, then why not just take the PA route and become a PA. So I didn't want to spend too much time in school because I knew that I wanted to finish school before getting married. I didn't want to live off of loans. I didn't want him to have to take all of the financial load while I was still in school. Basically, I just wanted to start my career and start working by the time we got married and started our lives together. So yeah, time was a pretty big reason for me. And on top of that, I didn't want to have to take out more loans than I needed to. So being in a master's program, I'm going to take out less loans than if I were to go to medical school or to dentistry school or in a program that's much longer, because you're in it for a shorter amount of time as a PA. Now for an example, an article that I read showed that in family medicine, the median debt load for a female PA is $100,000, which seems kind of like a lot, but compared to female physicians, that showed that their median debt load was $175,000. So that's almost double the amount. So that's just another reason why I chose the PA profession, because while you're saving time, you also are saving money in a way because you're not taking out as much loans. Okay, so now to talk about salary. So according to the US World and News Report, the median pay for PAs in 2018 was $108,610. So yes, that's a good amount, guys. And that's just the median, so it all really depends on what specialty you're working in and how much experience you have. So say you work in plastic surgery and you have like 10 or more years of experience. Yeah, I don't even know how much you'd make there. But yeah, the pay for PAs is still really good, and you don't have to go to school for a large amount of time. So that was another reason why I chose to become a PA. Okay, so another really big reason why I chose to become a PA is because of the flexibility. So as a PA, you're able to choose whatever specialty you want to go into, and you don't have to do any additional training or any residencies or anything like that. There are residencies that are available if you want to go deeper into a certain specialty, but it's not required. And what's really nice is you're able to switch specialties if you really want to without any additional training and without having to do another residency or anything like that. So for an example, say you're working for a pediatrician and you really like your job, but then later on you kind of change your mind and say, hey, I don't want to see any more kids who are sick anymore, so I want to switch to a different specialty. So then you just apply to different jobs and switch specialties, and you wouldn't have to go through any extra schooling or anything like that. Okay, so another reason why I chose the PA profession is the work-life balance. Now, I've always heard PAs talk about this because, you know, they don't have to be on call if they don't want to. They can if you work in the emergency room, but for the most part, a lot of the times PAs work in an outpatient setting, meaning they don't work in the hospital. They work a 9-to-5 job and they're able to go home to their family and just enjoy life after that. Come here, kitty. Fiona, come here. So in that same article that I mentioned earlier, it talked about a study in 2013 that showed 80% of PAs that were interviewed felt that they were able to easily balance their personal and professional lives. So 80% is a high number, and for the most part, I think it's really hard to find that work-life balance that people really desire. Being a Hispanic female, it's pretty valuable to be able to take care of your home and your family and, you know, all the quehaceres or whatever. So this was kind of a way for me to have a really good career but still be able to come home and make dinner and, you know, help my husband with all the house stuff or whatever is needed at home. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about is job satisfaction. So here's another statistic for you. A national study showed that 92% of PAs were satisfied with their career choices and 82% were satisfied with their current jobs. And I've always heard that every time I went to like a PA conference or I went to one of those PA program information sessions, they would always talk about the PA job satisfaction and how good it is, because for the most part a lot of PAs do work in the outpatient setting, so they're able to have a really good work-life balance and they're not as burnt out because they work in a team. So they work with other PAs, they work with doctors, and together all the providers are able to take care of patients in one setting. So those are my top reasons for why I chose to become a PA. If you guys have any questions or if you want to go deeper into any of the topics that I talked about today, go ahead and leave a comment down below and I will reply as soon as possible, or maybe I'll make another video about it. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.